If you are on the market looking for a cheap, affordable G-Shock watch, this will be a nice addition to that. Although there are so many options today, most G-Shock watch prices has dropped a little bit, making it really affordable to most new users, especially those of you who are looking for a watch that has solar panel built in. This is a nice addition to that. The reference number for this is G-7300 model. There are so many variations of this watch that look kind of like the same but not the same. I listed them over here so you guys could do your research or search them up from Yatch Japan auction, from eBay for the best deal possible. But roughly they will cost you around 100 bucks. What's so special about this specific G7300 is that if you look from Yatch Japan auction on Amazon or on eBay, you could still find the parts for the watch band or the bezel at the same time, which is amazing considering that the age of this is already 15 years old. That is pretty interesting. So if you own one, even if you beat it up, you could still source for parts, and that is great. Again, the watch features a square button on this side, both sides, and one button at the center for backlighting operation. The whole body is just really curvy. The bezel is supported with metal stainless steel, which makes the watch look really premium. Although the watch band wouldn't be as strong because it is resin, and over time it will disintegrate, and in my case it has a lot of scratch, it won't look as good, but it is still holding up very well. The watch band keeper have this G stamp on top, which makes it unique. The buckle will have cast China sign at the bottom. It is stainless steel. Usually this part is really solid despite the lettering down there. The backplate which tells us that the watch is made in Thailand. It still has water resistant 20 bar, operates on CASI 2534, reference number G-7300, and it is stainless steel with brush finish, of course. Shock isomer structure as well. If you look really closely down here, you'll see the batch number 202A for the factory and 258F for the year of which this watch was produced. If you count it, it will be in the year 2006, meaning it's already over than 10 years old to be exact for the battery in there, which should mean it almost came to expiration date. But it only operates on CTL1616, which is easily obtainable today, so you could swap it anytime you like and you are good to go to use it again for next 10 to 20 years, assuming you have a parts placement ready on your side. The function is really interesting as well. It is indeed solar powered, not wave setter, just solar powered, meaning you don't have to swap battery as often. And it has a battery indicator over here, so you know when to charge your watch. It shows you the date with the day, month, and year, day display, and large time display at the center. The display is large, but the contrast is not as good as some other models, so just keep that in mind. But still, you could easily seize it, and because of the large sizing, you could use this on your bedside and you could still be able to tell the time when you woke up, which is interesting. The watch will go to sleep at the same time when the solar panel didn't detect any presence of light for over 30 minutes. It will close itself, and when it detects presence of light, meaning daytime, it will lights on, good to go again. First mode, when you press this button over here, you could access the telememo where you could store in 30 units of phone number, name, but you could get creative and store in some other numbers or some other information if you wanted to in here. Pretty interesting. Next, you'll have a world time where the city will be displayed over here, and at the center your local time will be displayed down here alongside with the mode indicator. Next, you'll have a countdown timer to 10 minutes, ranging to 60 minutes. Right now it is at 10. The timer on the watch is based on Yatch timer, meaning it could alert you for the last 5 minutes every 30 seconds after that, if I'm not mistaken. And while using the function, you could have access to home timekeeping and obviously large timer display, which is going to be coming really handy as you are doing your activity. You could still just flick your wrist a little bit and have access to timekeeping right away, which is really convenient, I would say. Next, alarm, 5 of them with signal and snooze, and it has extra alarm called bright alarm. All you have to do is turn it on like so and it will work automatically. It doesn't matter which time you set your alarm, this watch will alert you 15 minutes after it detects presence of sunlight or any form of lights. So that's pretty cool. You could turn it off if you don't want to use it, but this is pretty interesting. Next function, stopwatch. This watch has a range to 100 hours and with split time feature. That's it, nothing else in here. But still, again, the large display at the center really gonna make it very handy as you're using it, but you don't have any timekeeping display anymore. And lastly, back to home time and the EL backlighting. I gotta say, it is not as deep green as some models, but you could still use it at nighttime. You could still see all the information in there, which is just enough, good enough. For the feet, however, I gotta say the watch is pretty long because of this weird watch band design for the lug part. But my 15cm wrist could fit just nice, and if you have a smaller wrist, you have one more hose to adjust the size. But if you have a smaller wrist, probably less than 14cm, this watch won't give you a good look at all. There it is. The watch is irregular in shape as most G-Shock watch is, but still, this is the sizing and this is the weight information, just in case you're curious. Overall, I gotta say it is pretty neat watch for beating, assuming you have parts already, of course, because it is all, and Casio didn't sell any parts anymore, so just be ready on that part. And I gotta say it is pretty interesting watch for most users because it is not as intimidating as common G-Shock watch today, where they're all so rugged, so boxy. So I say this one is a lot curvy, and still the buttons, I gotta say, is pretty easy to use. Not the best, but it's still pretty easy to use while the watch is on your wrist. I guess that should sums up all the things about this G7300 series G-Shock vintage watch. Let me know what you guys think, comment down below, and thank you very much for watching. This is GHF, and I am